What's up YouTube? I'm Alpha Prime and welcome to Alpha Sketch. Alright guys, in today's episode we're just going to have a little talk. It's not going to be a long video. It's just to talk through some of the things that go through an artist's head before we start getting into the good stuff. Say after this here we're into 3D drawing, dynamic posing and stuff like that, which I'm sure you're all waiting to get really stuck into. Hopefully you've been doing a little practice things. Hopefully they've been helping out from the previous videos. So today, all we're going to do is just talk about some of the mindset stuff that artists that are starting out can come up against. And I personally come up against that sort of stuff, so I know exactly where I'm coming from with this, and I know exactly what people that are starting out drawing and stuff that the struggles that they have at the start. And we're just going to touch on it today, just for a brief short video, and then we're getting stuck back into the drawing stuff. So, first main thing that I want you to know is be selfish. I'm not talking about being selfish as in being nasty to someone or anything like that. I'm saying being selfish with your art. I want you to focus on you. I want you to focus on your drawing. I don't want you to be focusing exactly on other artists and trying to copy or to do the exact thing that they're doing. I want you to work on your own art, because that is exactly how you will find your own style. If you look at some of my sort of drawings and whatnot, it might be close to what maybe the original things is, and that's probably where you want it. You want to get to that style, to look exactly like it does in that comic or exactly like it looks in that TV show. But you're never going to get it 100% unless you just trace it. So you're going to develop your own style, which is going to have its own little tweaks. Maybe you have straight lines, work with more straight lines, maybe you have more curvatures. You will find your style in the way that you work, and that's how you do it, by being selfish. Draw things you want to draw. Don't draw for what you think other people will want you to draw. Draw what you enjoy drawing, because that's how you will learn quicker, because you're doing something that you enjoy doing. If you're drawing something that someone else wants you to draw, like say you're not into Transformers. Now I'm a big Transformers fan, big Marvel fan. Now say you're not into them, say you're not into Transformers. So someone asks you to draw a Transformer, you're not going to enjoy it as much because you don't have that enjoyment of the character. So draw what you want to do. Starting out, obviously, once you've got all the techniques, all the skills down for the art, then you can draw whatever. But until you get to there, draw stuff that you enjoy drawing, draw stuff that you want to draw, not what other people, you think that other people want you to draw. So the other big thing is, when you're looking at someone else's artwork, you have to look at it in an appreciative way. Don't look comparing wise. Appreciate what you see and see what you can learn from that. You know, if you're struggling with a certain aspect, maybe the face or maybe hands, look, definitely by all means, look at other artists that you admire, big name artists, and see how they do it. See how they do their hands, their fingers, the faces, stuff. I've done it. 100% I've done it. I've looked at, every time I struggle with a certain aspect, I look at how other artists have done it, and that's where I learn. But I look at it from that point of view. I don't look like I have to draw that character like them. I look at it as in, I'm struggling with this little bit. How do they go about doing that? So the big thing is that you don't compare. Do not compare yourself to that artist, because if you compare yourself to that artist, you are going to put yourself down. You're going to tear up that bit of paper that you've been working hard on, and you're never going to move forward. Definitely 100%. If there's one thing you take away from this video, is do not compare yourself to other artists. You are you, and you will do your artwork and your style, and you will develop your style by focusing on you and not comparing yourself to other artists. So do art that impresses you, not others. Like I says, you want to impress yourself. At the end of the day, you're your biggest critic. I'm my biggest critic. I've drawn things that people have says, yeah, it's good sort of thing, and I know myself, it's like I can do better. So you want to impress yourself. You want to impress yourself. Again, draw stuff you want to do, draw stuff that you enjoy. Another big thing is failure. The fear of failing is massive when you start out drawing. I hated to begin with. I was scared to even post stuff. I was scared to put up my initial sort of drawings and stuff out there. And you have to sort of get past that, because if you're scared of making a mistake every time you draw, you'll never draw. You know what I mean? You'll never progress. You'll not go forward. You have to learn to lose that fear. And every time you draw, you'll learn something new. Oh, I didn't like how that turned out. I'm going to do it different next time. You've learned something. You've progressed. A perfect analogy of that is, as a kid, I'm sure most people have either touched a hot stove or boiling water from a kettle where it's splashed with it there, or you've touched something warm as a kid, and what was the first thing you thought? It sucks. That sucks. I mean, it's not good. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you learned something. Don't do that again. And that's exactly the same as art. Do stuff. Don't be scared to make mistakes, and learn from it. Perfect. That's exactly what everything is. That's what life is. And that, if you practice and learn something new every time you draw, then you are going to develop your skill in art. 100% you will. And I don't know if you guys hear that, but there's a fly. Back to where we were. So it will be a journey to get where you want to be. Art is all about the journey. So you're constantly practicing, you're drawing stuff, you're making mistakes every time. You know, you're going to make some sort of mistake. Maybe it's the way you position a hand, maybe it's the way you position fingers. But you will learn each time, and you will try something different the next time. Even if that's not right the next time, you'll try something else the very next time after that, and you're constantly progressing. It is a journey. You will not come out of the gates unless you're some magical person. You're not going to come out of the gates drawing masterpieces. You're not going to be drawing every character under the sun and every class dynamic pose that you can draw it in. That's just not going to happen. It is a journey. You're going to start out and it's not going to be great, but each time you're going to progress, because you're going to keep practicing, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to learn from those mistakes. So it is an absolute journey. And here is the bottom line for artwork. And not many people's going to tell you this, but art isn't a talent. It's not a talent, it's a skill. And as any skill, anybody can learn it. Anybody can learn how to draw. It is a skill, not a talent. And once you train yourself, like as if you were doing sports or football, you go to training, you will progress and you will learn and you will develop as an artist. Alright, I think that's enough of all the freaking talking serious sort of stuff and all, but you get my drift, guys. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't compare yourself to other people. You do you, and you will progress 100%, and you will learn the art skill. Oh, is he done yet? Man, that's a lot of talking. So much serious sort of stuff in there. That's it anyway for today, guys. I hope you learned something new. If it was helpful for you, let me know down in the comment section below. Give me a like, maybe a subscribe if you're feeling like giving me a subscribe. It all helps out the channel. And until next time, guys, stay awesome. Alpha out.